My last name is Ard. And it's hard having a name missing a letter. People are always like, oh, you mean hard, right? Actually, the H is silent because there is no H. But thank you for trying to help me pronounce my own name, Eichel. It's my ex-husband's last name. I got to keep it in the divorce, along with therapy bills and a modern American family. In divorce, everyone gets new, more complicated titles. My husband became my ex-husband. My stepdaughter became my former stepdaughter. And her mom became my second ex-husband's first ex-wife. I like her well enough, otherwise I would just shorthand it like he did. The bitch. And I don't know how to explain it to my son yet. The fact that he's not actually related to his half-sister's other half-brother. I'm like, kiddo, it's not a math equation. In this case, 1/2 plus 1/2 does not make a whole. And there's no such thing as quarter siblings. But if there were, the only thing they'd have in common is a parent's mutual disdain for each other. Relationships can be tricky, right? I was dating this guy, and he was like, all right, babe, look, I'm cool that you're friends with your ex and his girlfriend. It's kind of weird that you hooked them up, but whatever. But what I can't get past, I'm really struggling with your obsession with Alexa. He couldn't understand why I need her in my life. I'm like, she always listens to me. And he was like, huh? What'd you say? She doesn't always understand me, but she's working on it. Her voice recognition software is always getting better. It's like the opposite of a boyfriend. The more he listens to you, the more he learns to tune you out. Alexa's plugged in to my needs. I was done binge watching Game of Thrones, and I threw the remote across the room. 2 hours later, a Prime Now box shows up with chocolate, My Doll, and a brand new Snuggie. That had to be Alexa, right? And I'm not looking for another parent for my 8-year-old, but if I had to pick somebody in a pinch, it'd probably be Alexa. She helps him with his homework. At bedtime, she plays relaxing music for him. And like most other adults who don't have kids, she knows way more about parenting than me. So, woo! Thank you. I do love her. I love Alexa. But don't get me wrong, our relationship is not perfect. I'm sure I ask too much of her and take her for granted. Alexa, turn on the lights. Okay, turning on lights. Alexa, turn on some music. Here's a playlist you might like. Best of Billie Holiday. Alexa, turn me on. Sorry, I can't find your on switch. Neither could my last boyfriend. So now I've got my vibrator plugged into one of those smart plugs, and in the Alexa app, I named it me. Does that make me buy Wi-Fi? Tech-sexual? Just AI curious. They say coworkers are like a second family. It's not because you love them unconditionally, because you don't. No, it's because you're forced to spend time with them and they have boundary issues. I was heading into a meeting with my coworkers the other day, and everyone was settling in, taking their seats. So I took the opportunity to lean across to my boss. So, Laura, I just want to give you a heads up. I might have to excuse myself to use the restroom. I just don't want you to think I'm being rude. And it's always that moment when you're trying to be discreet that the whole room goes dead silent. Just in time for her to ask, "Oh, are you having tummy problems?" I was mortified. I mean, what can I do? "Yes, Laura, Dave, Alan, Gina, I have diarrhea. And I made it 59 minutes into the meeting, no problems. I was almost out of the woods. And then one of those opportune moments of silence. Thank you, I'm Vanessa Ard.